Hey, wanted to make a video about one of my favorite tools on the phone to use, and that's Google Maps. Even when I had an iPhone, I installed Google Maps on my phone just because I was more comfortable with it, because that's what I'd always used, back in the day when I used to print out directions. So just more used to Google Maps. Okay. If you know of a program that's better, please mention in the comments. Be happy to find something better always. But here we go. So first of all, the obvious one, finding the next stop. You're out on a route, you don't know which way to turn. You put the next address in Google Maps, you press get directions or start, and it leads you there, right? Um, I've also used this while delivering Amazon packages, because you've got the turn by turn on your scanner. Some people do, or maybe you have a piece of paper. But there's been times where if I'm delivering out in the middle of nowhere, I will lose the satellite on my scanner and it can't direct me. So it just helps to have that backup. Okay, so get that next address. Learning the route. So when you are out on the route, you're going on that ride along for the first time. Um, this is something you can just have it open, look at the little blue dot, and see kind of a different perspective. Uh, you see the road names on the route. You get to see what it looks like overhead. It just gives you a different perspective as you're traveling it, so you can help visualize the route a little bit. Okay. All right, navigate the route. So if you're new to a route, what you could do is go on the case and write down some addresses, and in order, and then just enter them on your phone. You can enter up to 8 stops, believe it or not, on Google Maps. I figured this out. So if you open up Google Maps and you enter an address at the top and click on directions, okay, you click on directions at the bottom of the screen right here. It'll give you directions, okay? It'll open the screen, okay? And then if you click up here where it says, where you see the three little dots, well, you click on that and a menu opens up, and one of the choices on the menu is to add a stop. So you click add stop and you get another box and you can type in an address, okay? So here I put Miller Park in there, okay? And as soon as you enter that address, another box will open up to see if you want to do a third stop and so on. And you can do up to 8 stops on a route with Google Maps. If there's a way to do more, I don't know, but can do 8. So, and then you type that one in and so on, and it just keeps opening up new boxes until you have 8 of them. Okay. All right. Now the same feature, the way I use this one first is delivering blind. So right now, when I deliver my Sunday Amazon, it's a route that I know. I know where all the addresses are. I don't even really need the scanner to help me or my phone. But one time they asked me to go help out on a route in Campbellsport because for some reason that day, Campbellsport Amazon would not route. And they had carriers who didn't know the area. I didn't know the area that well either. But what I figured out is you could enter these 8 addresses, right? And so here you can see I've got the Fiserv Forum, Miller Park, and Harley-Davidson Museum on here. And right now, this has me traveling first to Fiserv, then all the way out to Miller Park, and then back all the way east to go to Harley-Davidson. Well, what you can do is once these addresses are entered, you can slide them around. And that's what I did. I gathered up, they gave me 20 packages all over the place. If they were in the same street, I just put them together, but then I could enter 8 addresses, and then I could use my finger up on top here where the list is, you can drag them. So I can drag Miller Park down and switch it with Harley Davidson. And then down below on the map, the same thing happens, okay? You can group them together by street. That's what I did. And then enter 8 of the addresses, and then slide that around, drag them around to put them in order. And now you can see it has going from Fiserv to Harley to Miller Park. So you just go south and then all the way west. You don't have to come back east again. Okay. So if you ever have to do this, and I hope you don't, deliver blind, remember Google Maps can let you enter up to 8 of them, and then you can move them around. And so on the map, you can, figure out which ones you want to do first and next and so on. You can slide them around and it'll give you directions and navigate you. All you have to do is press start once you've got that all in. Okay. All right. This is something I figured out too, and I hadn't thought about it, but in the summer I worked in another office, and I don't know if you know this, but you get mileage if you travel further away from your house to the other office that you're filling in at. So you get mileage, you get 70 whatever cents a mile for the extra amount you had to drive. So say it's 10 miles further than your home office. Well, you get 20 miles of pay, 10 miles there, 10 miles back, because it's further away than your home office. So I had done that and I was filling out this travel report, but I couldn't remember, which days I worked. Well, you have a timeline on Google Maps. So if you've had your phone with you every day, what you can do is go down at the bottom where it says saved. And if you click that, you'll get this menu to open up, and down below, little blue words, it says visit, it says explore timeline. So you click on explore timeline, click on that little blue thing where it says explore timeline, and this comes up. It shows you where you were that day, the day that you're doing this. But if you click on the word today at the top, what happens is you get this calendar coming up, and then you can swipe over to old months. So I swipe over to October, and then you can click on a day that you want to look at. So I click on October 31st, and it shows me where I was October 31st. And look, oh, I was driving around Fredonia, so I must have delivered mail there that day. So it can help remind you where you were that day. So if where did I work? Where did I work on the 5th of August? Well, you can go all the way back in your timeline and figure it out. So if you're filling in that travel report, you didn't write it down somewhere every day you worked, your phone's got your back. Now you can turn this feature off if you don't want Google knowing where you were, but for me, I like having that tool, okay? Anyways, that's it. Hope that was a nice quick video and hope you found it useful, okay? When I have something else to say, I'll make another one.